Hello and welcome to English 12A Unit 1. My name is Gabby. I am the English teacher at Options for Youth Moreno Valley, and I'm going to go over everything that is English 12. So this first video I'm going to go over Performance Task 1, I'm going to go over condensing guides and things like that. If your teacher gave you a packet, and it looks like this. It is a complete packet, just everything's there. You need to look at a condensing guide, which is this. I will add a link to the condensing guide on our Google Classroom, but it tells you what you need to do and what you don't need to do in this packet in order to turn it in for credit. So you have to make sure that you are crossing out any of the things that you don't need to do. So overview of the semester is on there, so you do have to do that, right? And then if you go to the next page, it says Activity 1. Activity 1 is not on there. You can see it goes straight to Activity 2. That means you don't have to do Activity 1, so you could just cross that out. If your teacher was amazing and sweet and super loved you, they printed you out this packet, or the printer worked, because sometimes the printer doesn't work and won't print these out. They printed you out this packet. This packet has a study guide at the very front of the packet, and it gives you the things that you would study in order to take the test. Now, if you know, for distance learning, we do not have tests. Instead, we have alternative reviews. So these types of things you don't actually need to do for our review. It's just an extra piece instead. You can fill it out along the way, and I'll help you with your review at the end, but you don't need to. On here, it just has a couple of different things. So coordinating conjunctions for fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Those are coordinating conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions, so like the relationships, your knowledge of all these things. So like kennings, those are two words to replace like one thing. Frame story, so if you've ever seen a movie where it's like an old man at a fireplace and he's telling you a story, and then it goes into the story and shows you it, that's a framed story, a framed narrative. But those are some of the things that are on here. Then we have vocabulary. Again, if your teacher printed you out this, almost forgot, whiteboard. You always want to look at the whiteboard first. The whiteboard tells you what's going to be graded the most heavily. We're going to be looking at Performance Task 1, Performance Task 2, and Unit 1 test. So Performance Task 1 is Lesson 2, Activity 7, Performance Task 2 is Lesson 4, Activity 19, and then the Unit 1 test. If you're on my Google Classroom, which you should be, you can also see what those are and what they entail there as well. But if you scroll down or you go to the back of that packet, it will have all the information for Performance Task 1 there. So for Performance Task 1, you're going to be making a travel brochure for a modern-day pilgrimage to the Canterbury Cathedral. So you're going to fold an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper in half, so take your paper, fold it in half, right? And you're going to have 4 areas to decorate: the front, the inside left, the inside right, and the back, okay? Your front should include a catchy title, a photo, and a short paragraph describing the trip's purpose, right? So why go on this trip? The front left, you're going to print a map with destinations and routes that you're going to be traveling. You're going to answer the questions who, why, when, where, and how. You're going to show art, architecture, things like that, give prices. Inside right, give me photos with fast facts, and then the back should be anything interesting. Your checklist is here. Did you create a detailed travel brochure with all of those facts and information? And then here is your rubric. You can score a max of 25 points. In order to pass, you would need 25 times 7, 18. You need 18 at least to pass this. You need to make sure the content is organized and analyzed effectively. The topic is developed effectively with facts and details. Your formatting, grammar, graphics, and multimedia is used effectively. You have depth of knowledge. You could tell that you researched it. If you look on here, you'll see that I have examples of what it should look like. So this would be the front and the back. So you have your catchy title for the trip, picture of Canterbury Cathedral, a paragraph of why I'd go on the trip, and on the back you'll have a fun fact number 1, another fun fact, and then a picture of the travels. That's for the front and back. This is what the inside should look like. So if you want to download this and just pop in your information, go for it. But you have to answer the who, why, what, where, when, how, all that stuff. Give me some stops and pictures and all that kind of stuff. So this should help you with the layout of activity or for performance task 1. If you have any questions, let me know. Be sure to read through all of this. And again, if you need an extra appointment, you know you can schedule one on my Google Calendar. Other than that, I'll see you for performance task 2.